I want you to expand more about how your father started the business. So I kind of did like some homework from my dad. Was like, listen, Dad, give me some juice, all right, so I can get some questions in. So he told me your dad had a stand before the store. What was that like story like?
Yeah, I mean it's a really exciting story actually. So he came from Syria with his family when he was 13, and they fled conflict, and it's your classic American dream story where, as an immigrant they came and they had nothing. And my dad had started at even younger than me. He was around 19, 20 years old when he started in the business, and he had a small booth in the flea market. And the flea market back in Spring Valley, by Nanuet, where the store is now, up the highway was where he started in the flea market, and he had a small booth. And back then in the flea market, we didn't have any, online stores or anything. So the flea market was, you would go and you would shop one day and you would get all your things. And I hear so many stories about the flea market because there's still customers that come back today and say, oh, we used to, come see your dad in the flea market, whatever. So yeah, it's really cool. But he started off with one small booth and he made one thing, bracelets. And that one thing, it exploded. Everybody would line up for these bracelets. And then from those bracelets, he started doing other jewelry. And, he exploded, and he was telling me how he went from one booth to two booths. And he started hiring more and more people. And then from the booths there, he had opened up his own store because he had realized that, the flea market is not an everlasting thing. And literally across from, so the flea market is up the highway. He bought his first store in Rockland Plaza, which was a mile down the highway in a strip mall. And that was the first store. And then from there, he had built his own store even across the highway again. So everything was within a couple miles. And he had started from a small booth in the flea market.
So he built the store?
Built the store himself.
Because I did notice when Larry showed me the store, gorgeous. From the outside.
It is a stunning
We'll attach a photo to this video.
Yeah.
Stunning. I'm curious what went into that. Like, what kind of architecture is that? Like, where did he come up with this look?
Right. So he had a lot of help from my mom. They had the Middle Eastern kind of, they wanted like a castle look. He actually started building it back in 2008. So I don't
During
know
the
recession.
if you're familiar with what happened in 2008, but yeah. So from there, it was a huge risk. And at the time, for those that might be familiar with the area, but there's actually a mall behind where my dad built the store and was building the store, and the mall was closed. So he took a huge risk with the mall being closed to build right there. And now if you go there, it's the shops in Nanuet. So they actually rebuilt the whole entire place. So it paid off. But the design of the store came a lot from my mom and the Middle Eastern background that we had. And we just wanted it to stick out and be like a staple in the town. So thank God it's, something that came out really nice. And, if anybody wants to come by, check it out. I'm always there.